John Gatlin. Welcome to Speech 101 again. This week we will be discussing, I'll give my speech on safe military operations of the Chinke Atlas forklift. Every last one of us is licensed on that piece of equipment and have operated it. The reason I'm going in this speech this week on this piece of equipment because we've been having a lot of missions lately and we have a lot more coming. So we'll be running operations with this forklift day in and day out. We're going to have those 12, 16-hour days where we're just moving equipment with the ramp up and with the relocation of the unit. That being said, every single time we start having heavy operations, the propensity for accidents increase. Otherwise, there's more accidents. So what I'm doing right now is being preemptive, discussing some of the safety principles that we're already aware of, but we may not be practicing as much as we should. First, before we go into further the speech, I'll have a video that I need you to see. This is some really funny stuff that happened with the forklift. You see, he's trying to use the tilt the forklift forward and drop the stuff. Now, if you get a job for me when you get out of the Army, don't be tearing up my stuff.
Let it down, my man. Shut it down. Shut the guilt down. Guilt down. You got guilt down. You can't put it out like that. You can't put it out like that. You got it.
And this is why your groceries are so high.
Вот так надо разгружать вагоны. Двухколесный автомобиль. Вот он как встает, когда разгружают вагоны. Вот. Вот. Гидравлика работает хорошо.
This will be after this. This will be the last one we'll look at, and we'll end this video. Yeah, you can stop it now. So you see, not observing safety. Next slide, please. You can have some pretty funny incidents, right? I'm pretty sure they'll laugh and remember that for the rest of their life. Now, if it turns out like this guy on the left, deceased, he lost his fingers. That was like a perfectly timed picture. Can we see the next video, please? This you have to watch very closely. All right, keep your eye on this person that's walking by the blue truck towards it. Now this guy. Watch this guy come in front of the truck. He's going to do pretty much the exact same thing. actual accident. That's actual footage from the location. And the guy didn't make it. Next slide. Basic characteristics of the 10K we already know. With 6K forks or carriage, it can only carry 6K, so 6,000 pounds roughly. With 10K, 10,000 pounds. Tracking? It can tow 33,500 pounds or less. That's something that many of you may not know about it. It has amazing towing power. Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to lift and, move around so much weight safely. Okay? We know the 3 steering modes, all-weather operational. That's why the military loves it. It's in the desert. It's in Afghanistan, the mountain, in the snow, wherever. The 10K is good. 36 inches of water for you. That means 3 feet deep, you can still keep operating. No problem. Maximum speed is 23 miles per hour. Next slide. For convoy purposes, no more than 15. That's max. If you're escorting that down the street from point A to point B, 4 ways on, no more than 15. Operator manual warnings. These warnings came out of the actual manual. You've seen them before, but I want you to notice, most importantly, we went over these many times, the last part or last sentence on all these warnings. Could cause injury or death to personnel, as well as equipment. Just keep that in mind. Failure to operate safely, this thing is very dangerous. You have a very limited field of sight. You forget where you're at, you're good at it, you get comfortable or clumsy, you're whipping that thing around, somebody walks in front of you, bam, it's all over. You can't undo what's done. The weight of this vehicle, if it goes over top of your body, there's a high percentage that you will not make it. It's most likely that's it for you. And you don't want that to happen to yourself or to do that to someone else. Your brake, always make sure when it's off, flip the switch up, the parking brakes are on. I've seen those vehicles roll where they have beside the weight of the vehicle, you have 10,000 pounds on the back to stabilize the load. This thing can easily weigh 4 times more than a car. So it gets it taken off downhill, it's going to destroy something or somebody before it stops. Right? Next slide. Safety checks and procedures. Supervised PMCS. You don't want to find out your brakes don't work after you picked up about 7,000 to 8,000 pounds and you're doing about 8 or 9 miles per hour. Oh yeah, you're about to hit a hill. The wrong time to figure out that your brakes don't work or that your forks are not locked in tight. You want to check all aspects of that vehicle, brakes and everything, before you actually move out and pick up a load. Front row guard, rear row guard. The accident you just saw would not have happened if somebody would have been posted and allowing traffic to go through when those forklifts were not in the area. Somebody else would have been over there to stop the forklifts when traffic and personnel were moving through the area. It should only be controlled movement because there was no way he could have saw that person with that load in front of his face. That goes the same as safety barriers and traffic cones. We put them out there. But you always want that human out there also, because it'll be a few cones out there. Somebody found a way to zip through the cone, run over them, or just walk through those barriers and cones, not paying attention. Same situation. So there you double up with that. Valid license. If you're not licensed on it, and there's an accident, it's just like being in an accident in your car without a seatbelt. You just became at fault in that accident. Establish hand and arm procedures. Make sure the hand and arm procedures that you're going to use are the ones that we've trained on and are clearly understood. Because forked up to somebody else could mean forked down, and just that easy. With fork up is this way, fork down is this way. But just that easy, that confusion can cause the load to fall, and maybe that load hit your ground guide or the person that's trying to put the forklift in place for you, or something comes off of that load that's fallen and injures or kills somebody. So make sure you understand the hand procedure that we use in the military. I know it's more sincere than in the civilian world, but God forbid, if we kill a few people a year, how bad the Army would look. compared to maybe McDonald's or Walmart, okay? And we don't want to kill anybody anyway. Adequate lighting. Adequate lighting. This can be done with vehicles, interior lighting. You know, you have your floodlights and your headlights and your searchlight on your military 10K Atlas. Use them. Don't be proud. Use them. Know your equipment and personal limitations. I've instructed driving for years on all type of equipment, and the advice remains the same. Take it at your pace. You're not the steward going to be good as Mendez on that forklift if Mendez has been driving it for 2 years and you're new to it. Know your limitations. Drive at the operate the equipment at the rate that you're comfortable with, and you make sure that you know you can see both of your ground guys. Your front being the primary one that you always use. You can see both of them, and that everything's in place, and you feel comfortable that the operation is safe before you proceed on. And that's the end of my speech. Thank you.